The Thunder and Pacers are battling for NBA supremacy, but here's the wild part. Neither team gets here without trading Paul George. Indiana lost a star, but turned the fallout into Tyrese Haliburton. OKC gambled big, flipping PG for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and a mountain of picks. Now, years later, both teams are built, dangerous, and crashing into each other in the biggest moment yet. One trade, two rebuilds, a finals collision course no one saw coming. The 2025 NBA Finals isn't just a battle between East and West. It's a full-circle collision between two teams rebuilt from the same trade, Paul George. Indiana versus OKC is a matchup of contrasts. Elite offense versus suffocating defense. Methodical movement versus chaotic disruption. Haliburton's surgical precision versus SGA's relentless pressure. Let's break it down. For the leaders of the team, SGA versus Haliburton, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Thunder, MVP, 32.7 points per game, the league leader in drives. Finishes through contact, thrives in isolation. Elite mid-range and rim efficiency, 54% and 66%. Tyrese Haliburton, 10.2 assists per game, 40.3% from three, top 5 in assist-to-turnover ratio, controls the pace, creates clean looks, unselfish maestro. Who gets the edge? The Thunder. SGA's scoring gravity and ability to collapse defenses gives OKC the upper hand. Haliburton may run the better system, but SGA is the system. In the front court battle, we got Chet Holmgren versus Miles Turner. Holmgren shoots 37% from three, mobile rim protector with perimeter range, top 5 defensive EPM. Miles Turner Pacers, 35.8% from three, reliable floor spacer, elite shot blocker, more physical post defender with playoff experience. The wild card here is Holmgren's range may pull Turner out of the paint, but Turner can challenge Chet's frame in the post, but most likely might be guarded by Isaiah Hartenstein. Tough split there, so we're going to give the edge slightly to the Pacers. Turner's physicality and experience give him a slight advantage over Holmgren, especially in the half court. The X Factors, Pascal Siakam, 23.3 points per game, 51% field goal percentage. A veteran playoff performer, ISO scorer, matchup nightmare, can shift momentum by exploiting weak switches. On the other side for the X Factor for Oklahoma City Thunder, Jalen Williams, 18.1 points per game, 4.3 assists per game, two-way glue, elite cutter, clutch shot maker, thrives off SGA's doubles and defensive rotations. But we're going to give the slight edge to the Pacers, and Siakam's shot creation and playoff poise outweigh Jalen's efficiency in a final setting. Now onto the bench unit. For the Pacers, you got TJ McConnell. He's the tempo controller, the leader. Benedict Mathurin, instant offense, Obi Toppin, athletic slasher, Ben Shepherd, scrappy defender, capable shooter. On the other side, you have the Thunder with Alex Caruso. He is an elite perimeter defender, clutch IQ. Cason Wallace, two-way young gun. Isaiah Joe, quick trigger shooter, can get hot and heat them up if they need that offensive firepower, with Kendrick Williams and Andrew Wiggins also coming off the bench, giving versatile defenders and energy guys. The edge here goes to the Thunder. OKC's bench has more defensive versatility and playoff-tested composure. Caruso alone can swing a quarter, and Joe's spacing is lethal when hot. The coaching and philosophy here, Indiana built through chemistry and consistency. They prioritize spacing, movement, and flow. Oklahoma City is data-driven, matchup-savvy rotations, defensive switchability, and lineup flexibility. The edge goes to the Thunder. Their adaptability and OKC's system's depth give them the edge in a 7-game chess match. So the final take, Indiana never tanked. They retooled with discipline and vision. Oklahoma City tore it down to the studs and built back smarter. They started from the same trade, now they're here. The question isn't just who lifts the trophy, it's whose philosophy built the better future. The Pacers didn't tank, they transformed. When Paul George was traded to Oklahoma City, Indiana refused to hit reset. Instead, they stayed competitive, flipping PG for Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis, then later stealing Sabonis for Tyrese Haliburton. It wasn't flashy, but it was smart. Haliburton quickly became the face of the franchise, leading the league in assists and orchestrating one of the most efficient offenses in the NBA. Miles Turner held down the paint, Pascal Siakam added championship pedigree mid-season. And off the bench, Mathurin, Nembhard, and TJ McConnell give Indiana a perfect mix of youth, energy, and composure. Indiana's rebuild was calculated. No shortcuts, no implosions, just smart moves and a team that grew into a contender. Oklahoma City ran a masterclass for rebuild. They didn't just retool, they reconstructed. In 2019, they dealt Paul George for a king's ransom. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 5 unprotected first-rounders, and 2 pick swaps. Sam Presti didn't panic, he plotted. The patience built a powerhouse. SGA became an MVP, averaging 32.7 points while leading the league in drives. Jalen Williams, drafted with the Clippers pick, evolved into a clutch two-way threat. Chet Holmgren, a high-risk, high-reward pick, now anchors the defense and stretches the floor. Then came the finishing touches. Alex Caruso for perimeter lockdowns and playoff grit. Isaiah Hartenstein for rebounding and screens. Lou Dort still bulldozes stars on defense every night. OKC didn't just collect assets, they developed them. Now their patience has turned into a finals-caliber core, built brick by brick. How they got here. Oklahoma City Thunder, round 1 versus Memphis Grizzlies, a 4-0 sweep. Led by SGA's 33-point Game 1 and elite team defense. Game 4 came down to the wire, but clutch execution sealed the sweep and showcased the Thunder's maturity. Round 2 versus the Denver Nuggets. In a gritty 7-game battle with the 2023 champs, OKC blew the doors off in Game 7 with a 125-93 win. SGA dropped 35, and Alex Caruso's defensive stop on Jokic sealed it. Then, in the Western Conference Finals, OKC dominated the series against the Timberwolves. Aside from a Game 3 blowout loss, they responded immediately, winning a Game 4 thriller and closing with a 30-point Game 5 blowout. Defense, depth, and poise defined the run. On the other side, the Indiana Pacers. In round 1 versus the Milwaukee Bucks, they went 4-1. Indiana took early control. Haliburton's historic Game 4 triple-double and an 8-0 run in the final 34 seconds of Game 5 overtime sealed the series. Damian Lillard's injury tilted the momentum. Then came round 2 versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. They also won that one 4-1. A narrow Game 2 win, 120-119, and Haliburton's 31-point, 8-assist closeout in Game 5 were the highlights. Indiana's depth and composure stood out. In the Eastern Conference Finals versus the New York Knicks, Indiana stole Games 1 and 2 at Madison Square Garden. After a Game 5 stumble, they closed strong in Game 6 behind Siakam's 31, Haliburton's 13 assists, and Nembhard's lockdown defense on Brunson. The Paul George trade wasn't just a blockbuster. It was a butterfly effect. Indiana took a tough goodbye and spun it into Tyrese Haliburton, one of the league's brightest young stars. Oklahoma City flipped PG into Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a league MVP, and built a contender from patience, picks, and player development. And the Clippers? They bet it all on star power and are still paying the price. Now, 2 of the smartest built teams in the NBA collide for the championship. One led by a pass-first wizard, the other by a two-way assassin. So who do you got? Indiana's offensive clinic or OKC's defensive gauntlet? Drop your pick for who's winning it all in the comments. Some say the ratings might be low. Do you even care? Or are you here for pure basketball? If you're into smart hoops talk, rebuild breakdowns, and playoff chess matches, hit that like and subscribe button. This finals, it's more than a series, it's a philosophy war.